What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be reviewing the LEGO Minecraft Deep Dark Battle. Now, this set is about $65, I believe. So we're going to jump right into this. But first, I would like to remind you guys to make sure to like and subscribe. We are currently on our way to 300 subscribers. That is the goal for now. So make sure to subscribe if you like the video. So we're going to jump right into this and take a look at the minifigures. And the first minifigure in this set is this player. He appears to have like a sort of green hood and then like this brown satchel thing coming down his back. And you can see on the other side, that might be to hold his arrows for his crossbow. He does have an enchanted crossbow and an enchanted hoe as well to mine up the skulk, which is a pretty nice touch and detail that they included. Honestly, this figure is not my favorite. I'm not a fan of the printing for the head, but all in all, a nice figure to include. He has a long-range weapon to help him fight, and he has a hoe to help him get some XP from mining up the skulk. So, pretty nice figure, and it was a good inclusion. It's just not one of my favorites. And the same cannot be said for the next figure. This guy is amazing, and if you have ever played Minecraft before, you know that unless you've got like full netherite or like at least enchanted diamond, you're gonna get one shot by the warden. So this guy very fittingly has completely full netherite armor, which looks really amazing. He also has a shield and a netherite sword as well, which looks really great. And I'm going to show you guys in a sec what he looks like with all of that armor taken off. And there is what he looks like with all of it taken off. He is called the Netherite Knight, I believe. That is the name. That's what it said on the box. He has a nice red torso with some tunic and a nice little belt as well, which continues on to the other side. And then a gray knight helmet, I believe, which the netherite helmet goes on top of as well. He doesn't look too great without the netherite armor, but the netherite armor on him really just gives like a sense of awesomeness to this figure. It makes him look really good. Next, we are going to be taking a look at the only mob that is included in this set, which is the Warden himself. This thing is quite terrifying, and compared to a minifigure, it's about 2.5 times the size of a minifigure, or maybe like 2 1/4. But he is quite tall. His legs are probably the least posable out of all of his body. The torso does go side to side, and the legs do go up and down, but that's about it. The arms are slightly more posable since they did use ball joint pieces, which was quite nice. And the head also uses a ball joint piece as well, with these nice things for the, I'm guessing those are probably horns. And then the body printing also looks really nice as well. And on the back, there's a bit of like the skeleton, and you can see some of the ball joint pieces sticking out on the shoulders. But all in all, this warden looks really great. It just looks so awesome in person. The next thing we're going to be moving on to is the set, and there's just so much to cover for the set. So we're going to start with like one section at a time. So just give me a second to adjust the camera here, and we will get started with the first section. The first section of this set being this little patch of skulk here in the front. It has some really nice detail as well, with a couple of rocks with skulk growing on the top, and then some soul torches, as well as a skulk catalyst. This is kind of a nice entryway, kind of gives you the feel of you're just wandering in the deep dark and you come across an ancient city, which is really nice. And then if we move over to the left here, we can see a skulk sensor as well, and then a bit more skulk. And then there is a skeleton head, which are quite common in the ancient city. You can find quite a few of them. And then moving over to the right, you can see another skulk piece over there. And then some TNT, and that TNT actually does something quite cool. If we move the camera back and turn up, you can see a little tower, which you can place minifigures on. And it's quite wobbly because of this. Literally just push down on that, and it completely comes toppling down. And that is because it is not connected by studs. It is just these two pieces, which sort of hold all 4 of the pillars in place. Oh, my bad. And then you basically just put the platform for the tower on top, which has these nice little slanted pieces that further help keep it in place. It is kind of a nuisance when you're trying to move the tower, when you're trying to move the set, since the tower does tend to fall over when you lift it up, but it is quite a nice function for the set. And then moving over a bit more here, we can see in the middle section, there's this little, I believe this is a miniature of the portal well, we don't know if it's a portal, but it seems to be one. The giant portal theming in the middle of the ancient city. This appears to be a miniature of that. If we move the camera over here, you can see kind of the warden ears, and there is a soul torch on top of there, as well as some more skulk, another skulk catalyst, another skulk sensor, and then 2 skulk shriekers, which have these nice printed tiles on them as well, which look really, really good. And then moving the camera back a bit, we can see some steps going up to this little pillar with a soul torch, some candles, and then a chest over here. And this chest, if we move that out, we can move it over here, and it holds a potion of instant health and some bones, which is quite nice. Although I'm not sure if that is actually loot that you could find in the ancient city, as I have never found that there myself. And then moving over all the way to the back here, we have some more candles over here, even more on the top, some soul fire, and it's kind of just like an altar, you could say, I guess. And then we have this little round thing, and that is one of the most important, and it is also the only other function of the set, which we are going to look at in a second. And now we are going to take a look at the function of this little round piece. So just for reference, let's say we have our minifigures exploring in the ancient city, and they set off a skulk shrieker and summon the warden. You basically just turn that knob, and the warden comes out. It's a very, very nice feature. And if I move this to the side, it actually gives a much more detailed view how this works. He's on a platform, and it's these little Technic pieces that just kind of pull him up and then pull him back down. It's a really, really nice feature in the set, and it really captures the warden coming out from the ground, which is really, really cool. And that is basically all there is to the set, so let me just readjust the camera really quick, and then we are going to get into my final thoughts. Now, taking our final look at this set, the first thing we have to ask ourselves is this set worth $65? Me personally, I feel like a lot of the pieces were used for the details for the skulk, and that's what LEGO does. They do their whole price by piece thing. But honestly, I feel like it should have been 50 or something like that. I mean, the lowest they could have put it to was probably 40, and maybe not even that. I think 50 probably was going to be the lowest. 65, it's not too bad, and it is a really, really great set. I would totally recommend you guys go out and get this. Out of all the Minecraft sets that I have and have collected, this one is definitely my favorite, so definitely make sure to go out and get this set before it retires. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about the set. So make sure to like and subscribe if you guys liked the video, and I will see you guys next time.